At its peak in 1942, Nazi Germany's military boasted over 13 million soldiers. This colossal force dwarfed the armies of its enemies in both size and, initially, effectiveness. They were a mechanized war machine designed for swift conquest, but this behemoth had a critical flaw. Its foundation was built on shaky ground. Despite early victories, Germany's economy couldn't sustain prolonged warfare against multiple industrial giants. Resources dwindled, and the lack of a coherent long-term strategy hampered their war effort. The German war machine, for all its initial power, was ultimately unsustainable. And the early years of World War II seemed to confirm the Nazi war machine's invincibility. The swift conquest of Poland, the fall of France, and the initial drives into the Soviet Union showcased German military prowess. This dominance, however, was built on a foundation of sand. The Wehrmacht, Germany's armed forces, benefited from tactical innovation like blitzkrieg warfare and the skilled leadership of generals like Erwin Rommel. But these victories masked underlying weaknesses that would eventually prove fatal. The myth of invincibility would soon be shattered. From the outset, Germany faced significant challenges. Its industrial output paled in comparison to the combined might of the United States, the Soviet Union, and the British Empire. Critical resources, especially oil, were in perpetually short supply. Strategic blunders, often attributed to Hitler's direct interference, further hampered the war effort. The invasion of the Soviet Union, launched before the fall of Britain, stretched German forces too thin, and underestimating the resolve of their enemies, particularly the Soviets and the British, proved to be a fatal miscalculation. Section 4. Blitzkrieg and beyond German military prowess. Despite these limitations, the German military achieved remarkable feats. Blitzkrieg, a revolutionary form of mechanized warfare, allowed them to outmaneuver and overwhelm their opponents in the early stages of the war. German tanks, like the Panzer IV, and aircraft, like the Messerschmitt Bf 109, were technologically superior to many of their counterparts. German soldiers and officers were known for their discipline, training, and professionalism. They adapted to changing battlefields and often fought with fierce determination, even in the face of overwhelming odds. However, even the best soldiers cannot overcome dwindling resources and strategic missteps indefinitely. Section 5. The Volga's Embrace. Stalingrad and the Turning Tide. The Battle of Stalingrad, a brutal, months-long struggle for control of the strategically important city in southern Russia, marked a turning point in the war. The German Sixth Army, one of the Wehrmacht's most experienced and well-equipped formations, became bogged down in a grinding war of attrition. The Red Army, fueled by patriotism and bolstered by Allied supplies, fought tenaciously. The German defeat at Stalingrad, finalized in February 1943, shattered the myth of their invincibility and exposed the limitations of their resources and strategic vision. The tide had turned.